I swear everything, the internet is completely flooded with Donald Trump and what's going on with the Iran and everything that's happening over there. It's just ridiculous.
We begin this morning with a Fox News alert. All eyes on the G7 summit this morning as President Trump just moments ago joined a working session with fellow world leaders as the commander-in-chief.
I think it's called a huge omission, or otherwise it's HO. In U.S.-Iran peace agreement revealed by expert. Now let's look over at Fox News.
So my business partner and I, Alan Adut, we started Adamson Adut LLP in 2010.
Forward with its new peace agreement with Iran while revealing new details about the
Oh, we got an interruption. We have an interruption. I apologize about that.
I've seen skeptics of the deal. People say the Iranians will never change their behavior. Well, maybe that's true, and if so, they don't get any of the benefits of the bargain. But isn't it worth trying? So yes, the deal started yesterday. We're going to start the 60-day clock today.
All right, Vice President yesterday confirming the 60-day period of negotiations with Iran has begun to lock in a final deal. But not everyone is in favor of starting one. By the way, it hasn't started. That includes the supreme leader of Iran, who issued this statement saying, quote, "I, as a matter of principle, held a different view. However, out of the commitment that esteemed president, his president, by the way, as the head of the Supreme National Security Council, gave to me on his own behalf and on the behalf of the other members regarding the safeguarding of the rights of the Iranian nation and the resistance front and his explicit acceptance of their responsibility, I granted my permission." Here to discuss this and more, retired four-star General, Fox News senior strategic analyst, chairman of the Institute of Study of War, General Jack Keane. General, why the shift from the president from military means to economic means?
Well, first of all, I mean, the president is the first of the 8 presidents to deal with Iran in a consequential way and leading to significant military operations. No one has ever confronted them in such a manner. So what happened here is the reality is simply this. The president made a major priority shift based on advice, from military objectives. And they were defined, as we all know, taking away their offensive capability, nuclear, ballistic missiles, drones, support for proxies, and so weaken the regime that eventually they would be vulnerable to a takeover by their own people. That's kind of the path that we were on. The 4th or 5th week we stopped that. And the reality is it shifted to economic objectives and political objectives involving the midterm as taking the priority. His advisors landed the idea that because of the persistence of the shutdown of the Straits of Hormuz, and that the oil and gas prices were going to continue to remain at the levels they were at, if not get higher, if we return to military operations, and the potential that if we return to military operations, that the Iranians would be able to successfully retaliate against the Gulf states' oil and gas infrastructure. Military leaders discount that because they think we could adequately defend it and also take away most of their offensive capability to do that. But nonetheless, that idea landed, and I think the risk of opening the Straits of Hormuz, which we tried and was shut down at the 36th hour, what happened there? The Arabs put pressure on the president, saying, one, we don't think it's going to succeed, and two, we fear they're going to come after their oil and gas infrastructure. They had no idea what our military capability would be to open the straits, and also what our military capability would be to adequately defend the oil and gas infrastructure and take away Iran's offensive capability. Nonetheless, this idea landed in the sense of this could cause a worldwide depression, and it discounted our military capability, and that led to the shift in priorities that we see, and it led to, obviously, the formulation of the deal. And people get wrapped up in the deal, and I understand why, but you got to understand what the deal is. That the only deal is really opening the Straits of Hormuz. That is the deal that's been agreed to do, and we remove our blockade to do that. We make other concessions to do that. And then the rest of it in the document is a pathway leading to a final agreement. After 2 months, we could have had a final agreement. I think we probably went into negotiations thinking we were going to get a final agreement. But we couldn't get that final agreement. But remember, the idea was to take the pressure off of oil and gas, open the Straits of Hormuz to do that, and avoid military operations, which could lead to further destruction of the oil infrastructure. So that was accomplished. The straits are going to be open, and there are significant issues surrounding the deal, just dealing with the opening of the straits.
So I looked up how many people have died in the war against Iran. I found out that at least 3,468 to 3,636 people have died in Iran. And it says here that a detailed breakdown of the reported fatalities include: Iran has lost between 3,468 official government figures and over 3,600 according to human rights groups like Harana. Casualties include over 1,700 civilians and more than 1,200 military personnel. The United States has lost 13 people. Service members have been killed. Israel, 26 to 66 people have died. In Iraq, at least 118 people have died, including paramilitary forces and civilians. We're going to take a break. Here's a commercial. We'll be back.
Listen, I
Equinox to Silverado. Chevy EVs are for everyone, everywhere.
Here's the Beastie Boys, Sabotage.
Visit us on the web at www.vcardsoftware.org.
Disregard what that vCard software thing was talking about. I have absolutely no idea what that was all about. Disregard that. Here's Prince. What happened there?
had the nerve to ask me if I planned to do her any harm. So look here, I put on the back of my bike and we went riding down by old man Johnson's farm. I said, now overcast days never turn me on. There's something about the clouds and her mixed. She wasn't too bright, but I could tell when she kissed me, she knew how to get her kicks. She wore a raspberry beret, kind you find in a second-hand store. Raspberry beret, and if it was warm, she wouldn't wear much more. Raspberry beret, I think I love her. The rain sounds so cool when it hits the bottom roof. The horses wonder who you are. The thunder drowns out for the lightning seas. You feel like a movie star. Listen, they say the first time ain't the greatest, but I'll tell ya, if I had the chance to do it all again, I wouldn't change a stroke. 'Cause baby, I'm the most. But a girl as fine as she was then,
Welcome back.